Hey, who are you? You better get out of here right away. This is a restricted area.
I believe that you are expecting me.
Ah, at last, my dear bike. You must be the man looking for my little nanoblobs. Mrs. Steele informed me.
Do you know where the nanoblobs are?
No, not really. But they've forgotten how to shake case here. You better find them quickly. I'm afraid the nanoblobs have become unstable after some drug experiments we made on them.
Briefcase number 1 retrieved. I got a talent for this.
I believe this case belongs to the nanoblob we met in the apartment. Now, I'm hoping from here on out we won't have any crashes, as the only places I've had issues with have been the apartment and the intersection. I mean, during my test run, things went quite smoothly, but that means nothing. While we're recording now, so we will see.
Looks like a hell of a bath you got there.
Even if things do not go smoothly, I'm going to try to persevere, as it's taken me about 25 minutes to get to this point again, due to numerous crashes. So I'll be crossing my fingers while playing this. Ooh, choices.
Ethanol, pure alcohol. This is the stuff in the booze, beer and wine that makes you feel good for a while. But the problem is that you lose your question of judgment as you drink, and often do a lot of stupid things as a result of this. You also easily become dependent on alcohol. Then most of your money will be used on alcohol. As an alcoholic, you'll get bad skin, gain weight, and you'll stink. In short, ethanol is dangerous. Hold on, there's a note here. We believe Nanoblob 5 has an alcohol problem. He is constantly escaping to locations where such beverages can be acquired.
That information would have been useful earlier, but it's already resolved.
Amphetamine. Now, this is a drug that stimulates the central nervous system. It keeps hunger and tiredness away, but causes sweating, shivering, and palpitation of the heart. You easily become dependent on amphetamine, or speed, as it's also called. As a user of amphetamine, you don't only risk to lose all your money, you also risk to lose your mental health. In other words, it can turn you into a skinny, nervous, panic-stricken lunatic with no money and no future.
Unfortunately, the subtitles are quite slow to change. I don't want to click through them, as it means I will skip the spoken dialogue as well.
Opiates. Opium, heroin, morphine, and codeine. They're all opiates. They all make you feel good, excited and dizzy and restless and itchy. But they slow down your pulse and they make you cough. Your pupils will shrink and you will be tired. And if you use too much of this dangerous opiates, you suffocate. Since this drug is often injected, you risk to get AIDS by using an infected needle. Methanol. This is produced as a side compound in the distilling process. There's a high risk of getting blind if you drink it. Hallucinogens. LSD, STP, psilocybin, mescaline, DMT, and some special mushrooms, they cause hallucinations. The most common, LSD or acid, is often served as innocent-looking stamps to be licked. Panic and psychotic attacks are among the downside of this drug. You begin to see unreal pictures. You can't judge time or distance. You'll get shaky and your pupils will grow extremely big. Your mind will be damaged and you risk to become schizophrenic. Cannabis, marijuana, and hashish are both cannabis products. If you use cannabis, you will lose your sense of time and become uninhibited. You'll begin to giggle and blather nonsense. Your eyes will glisten and the white of them will turn bloodshot. You become easily psychologically addicted to cannabis. If you use cannabis frequently, you'll not be able to take care of yourself properly. After a while, you'll be psychologically addicted to it. If you use it frequently, you risk not only becoming physically hooked by it, but also to become psychotic. Cocaine. Cocaine is extracted from the leaves of the cocoa trees. It's readily absorbed by the mucous membranes in your nose and your throat, and cocaine makes you feel extremely good and excited and self-assured. It enlarges your pupils and accelerates your pulse and your breathing. As its effects phase away, you become restless, irritated, depressed, nauseated, and cold. The misuse of cocaine can make you suicidal and psychotic. If you sniff cocaine, you get a sore throat, bleeding nose, and eczema-covered nostrils. Users of cocaine risk getting psychologically addicted to it. Crack, freebase, and cocaine cream are all toxic and dangerous derivatives of cocaine. Technical solvents. Now, the effect of sniffing technical solvents like thinner, acetone, different kinds of glue, spray paint, etc. is similar to the effect of ethanol, pure alcohol. You feel dizzy and good, but only for a very short while. The skin around your nose gets chapped and your ability to control yourself will diminish. You risk fainting if you sniff too much, and sniffing technical solvents is psychologically addictive and harmful for the central nervous system and the brain. Sedatives and sleeping tablets, now they paralyze the central nervous system. They're used to extenuate pain and anguish and, to relax. The intoxicating effects of sedatives are tiredness, dizziness, unsure movements, difficulties to talk clearly and with normal speed. There's a high risk that you can become both psychologically and physically addicted to sleeping pills and sedatives if you abuse them. Abusers also risk to get violent and suicidal. The cure for sedative and sleeping pill addicts is painful and it's dangerous. Mixture of sedatives and ethanol. If you mix alcohol and sedatives, you increase the intoxicating effect of the ethanol. But this is very dangerous because you will not only lose your ability to control yourself, but also to remember anything, dummy. By abusing a mixture of alcohol and sedatives, you not only risk to damage your brain, but also to get into any kind of serious accident.
There we go. Lots of lessons learned.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this? Nano formula. Under instructions from Mrs. Steele, this formula still needs to be tested on the nanoblobs in order to determine the effects it might have if it were used on the competitors of Nanoblob Inc.
We should probably talk to Mrs. Steele about that, but it can wait until later. There is an object here that we need to pick up. I will have a look around and speak to this gentleman. See if you can spot it before I pick it up.
Welcome to Hotel Zero. We've had 13 fires in 3 months, all caused by drunk or drugged people smoking in their beds. People say many bad things about Hotel Zero, and most of them are true. But we are the only hotel in Safe City.
A cigarette and lighter destroyer, a mandatory public device since the beginning of the millennium. Hey, half the keys are missing. I doubt this joint is that busy. Great, a 0-star hotel.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
The object that we need to collect is right here. It blends in quite well. Now it's interesting to note that I think I mentioned that this game was developed in Finland, but our protagonist has a distinctly American accent. The nanoblobs sound, well, they seem to have a distinct English accent to them, but there's also a lot of Finland in this game as well, which is not surprising, but there's quite a few blends of regions in this game.
Five-mark coin. Could be useful. Don't need to wipe my nose now.
I'm not entirely sure this piece of paper is actually useful with anything, but maybe something will click later.
Get lost. This table is for me and my bits of crumpet.
Look, I was sent here by Mrs. Steele to collect your sorry skin blob hide. I might give you a break if you tell me where your suitcase and the other skin blobs is.
No need to be shirty. Tell you what, if you give me some advice on how to handle these, then maybe, just maybe, I can help you.
Don't want to go there. Geez, this is retro.
Well, we can't speak to the woman. We can't go upstairs. Lovely. Now, we need to give him some advice, and we don't really give him any advice. We just buy some Johnnies for him. I mean, I'm guessing that we are advising him on safe sex. Sorry, I'm just distracted by the lovely noises we're hearing right now.
Pack of condoms. Could come in handy later.
For who? You or the nanoblob?
Don't need to wipe my nose now. A very tidy seat. Too bad I don't have the urge. Briefcase number 2 retrieved. Good for me. Yikes, someone forgot his dirty diapers here. Freak off. need some peace here.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Packet of condoms. Thanks. Okay. I only know that NB3 is in Hotel Zero suffering from a nicotine withdrawal. He might talk to you if you give him some nicotine gum. Here you are.
You'll have to forgive me because this game, especially this part of the game, is just kind of incredulous in a lot of ways, and it's not going to stop anytime soon.
I'm supposed to deliver this nicotine gum package. You seen a chain-smoking guy dressed in black suit carrying a suitcase?
Yes? He's staying in room 22. Go ahead. The bastard is in his room. See to it that he quits smoking in the room.
It's locked. Well, well, this one's open.
I'm guessing this one is to teach you about the dangers of smoking while in bed, and also drinking Coca-Cola. Why Coca-Cola?
Just in case, I'll take these along so you won't be tempted. Bottle of Coke, great for squelching fires. Cigarettes, I may have to destroy these later.
What's happening here? Who are you?
I'm the guy who just saved you from a fire.
Fire? Good idea. Where's my lighter? I need a cigarette.
I think you better quit smoking, man.
Mind your own business. I need my daily dose of nicotine.
He really is suffering from withdrawal, but he had a packet right next to his bed. If he really needed one, they were right here.
How's that going to help me?
You just said you wanted one.
Tastes like wood pulp, but sort of calms me down. So, what can I do for you?
I'm only gonna ask you once. Where is the briefcase?
The briefcase is under the bed. Take it. I'm tired of running around with it anyway. Ugh.
Briefcase number 4 retrieved. Hey, I'm pretty good at this. No time for a nap now.
Oh dear, this does not look good.
The chicks that were with Nanoblob 5. I better warn Nanoblob 5 right away. Another nifty publication. Someone's been trying to wash the covers with soap. A Bible, baby. What art thou doing in this den of mortal sin? 2 empty beer bottles. Someone's sure been partying here.
We've learnt about road safety, not drinking and driving, fire safety, safe sex, not smoking while you're in bed. So what are we learning here?
A dead cold body. How did he die? Let's examine his body. Geez, if this man would be alive, his face would never be the same. One kick in the face, it'd be enough. A kick in the temple might have caused internal bleeding in his brain and lead to his death.
Oh, we're not done here yet.
They really hammered him. Looks like at least one kick in the crotch. Ooh, and he were alive, he'd never be able to have children.
Now that is a shot and a half. Let's move on.
Excellent work. Thanks for keeping the environment clean. You've earned a free call. Any numbers you'd like me to dial for you?
That's very kind of you.
Pretty promiscuous, wouldn't you say? Here, I'll try to hook you up with them if you like.
Svetlana, Natasha, escort service?
Bronto? As in Brontosaurus?
Hey, I need a date, pronto.
Sorry, we're kind of busy. You've got to book us later.
Pretty promiscuous, wouldn't you say? Here, I'll try to hook you up with them if you like.
Svetlana, Natasha, escort service?
Can I talk with Nanoblob 5, please?
Yeah, who is this?
Look, I'm just gonna tell you once. Those girls are trouble. I found their ad in the shirt pocket of a murdered man here in Hotel Zero. You better get out of there.
Oh my God! Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. If you still want my briefcase, it's in locker 13 at the bus station. I'll leave the key for it in the flower box on my way out of the city, so get it before someone else does.
We are practically at the end of the game now, and I've kind of fluffed a few lines of commentary. Normally I would stop and re-record, but considering how much of an effort it's taken to get here, I'm just going to power through. Well, there's no point re-recording now. As I said, we're practically at the end of the game.
Locked. Locker key. Better keep it. At last, I've secured all the 5 briefcases. Better check back with Mrs. Steele.
Good job, Ridley. I suppose you've earned a bonus. The nanoformula is safe again, and you only needed so little time to complete. I thought we'd celebrate the occasion with a little bit of champagne, special a la Nanolabs.
Sure, but you have a sip before me.
So you don't trust me, hmm?
I think your entire operation is illegal, ma'am, and I'm going to prove it.
Really? And how are you planning to do that? I said, how are you going to prove that?
Well, we do have some proof, and this is going to be the last action of the game. This has been a very interesting game. I'm quite surprised it even exists, but it's been quite fun. It's a shame there weren't more situations like with the drunk driving where you can make some bad decisions and have to redo things, but I did try to find things, but nothing worked. Anyway, well, this is going to be the last action. Enjoy the ending, and thank you for watching.
I think the government is going to find your plans to shrink your competitors into peanuts rather interesting, wouldn't you say?
You just try, you son of a...
I already did. Sayonara, Mrs. Steele. She got her share, and I got mine. For my services for saving Mother Nature, along with the future of Nanoblob Enterprises, and of course, the poor Nanoblobs themselves, the board of the city council made me the new sheriff in town. The rumor was that the previous sheriff got sacked after they found him painting graffiti in a public toilet. Who knows?
Well, it's not quite over. We do have this congratulations at the end. Write your name and you'll receive a secret blob code. Well, let's give it a try. Ooh, we could win a trip to London. Well, this is my special code, so please do not steal. And again, thank you for watching. I will return again with another video soon. Take care.